when you start to unwind just the roles of everything, I'm obviously I'm not going to talk about this slide. When you start to unwrap the roles of everything here, you really see that there's just been training wheels that we've needed for a long time, and the training wheels have been like, you're a blacksmith, and so picture a creature that's now a blacksmith, and the creature before the creature was a blacksmith, he's kind of like a wandering, like wanderer, like a zombie almost. Now, that zombie, it doesn't have to be zombie, probably more like, if you don't have a lot to do, you're probably gonna like imaginate a lot, right? Probably gonna animalize yourself a little bit. Yeah, look at me, come on. You know who you are. Yeah, I'd do it too, you know that. You'd start dressing weird, right? If you didn't have a job back then, right? If you had enough know-how somehow, if you inherited, say you were like married to a dragon through some kind of like divorce, weird kind of like inheritance thing, you know, and like the country doesn't allow reptiles to inherit gold, so when the dragon dies, you even though you swear your forefathers never ate people, you know, it turns out you're part dragon, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to do it. But, you know, you have all this money, and you don't have a job. You're not a smith. You don't even have a name, right? So even the name of Smith, right, or baker, right? I wonder what bakers used to do back then. This is a joke, by the way. That's a joke. That's a joke. They used to get baked. But So you could think about last names, surnames, as being sort of like training wheels, like almost not almost. Why are we saying almost? Look at who you're watching. Have you hit subscribe yet? And that you're hitting the horse blinders. So a smith kind of limits, excuse me, I just spoke into the mic too loud there, and I'd like to take a moment to say I apologize, Mr. Ear. It's good to see you. Good to hear you, I should say. So you know, you could see that John sort of like puts himself in a lane by saying, I'm John Smith. I am, you know, so much so it becomes his surname, becomes his identity, right? So he associates into the job. And then if you were to consider that we associated into our job, we also associate into our role as man, as woman. I've said this before, but I think a woman actually marries the manhoodedness, and the female and the male marries the womanhoodedness of their partner. And if you wanted to really prove this, you could look at what's the word? Diverse marriages as an example of that, in the sense of typically there's a modal, right? If you notice this, there's a modal relationship in every couple, regardless of what their sex is. And that in a way, all the acronyms are the emergence of the self out of the training wheels of not just being a smith and not just being a man or a woman, but being an individual,